Hello, business strategies class. Dr. Strother here on the week 6. I thought I'd give you a short rundown of some information that's pertinent to us and kind of talk over our assignments a little bit this week. And so I'll begin by sharing my screen so we can get going today. Hope you guys are doing well. This is Thanksgiving week, so I'm kind of like in my post that I put out there last week. It does get a little crazy this time of the year, as you guys I'm sure are aware of. And so just a reminder to try to keep on top of assignments. I always try to get my tasks done early this week, knowing that because of the the not traditional patterns of this online course design, business as usual this week. But just know after this week, right, we really are getting close to the end. And so the first thing I was going to talk, so I guess I'll just wait to share my screen here, but there is an aspect of this course that involves you taking the CBE, okay? And this is an exam that's supposed to be kind of the comprehensive business information that you've learned throughout the years. In the past, it probably going to be a little bigger deal in this course because of the fact that a few students are going to be off site. We're just asking you to try to help us understand a little bit more about our course objectives and plans as they relate to the entire business degree program. And so you're going to be asked to take that, and that is something I'm going to have to just basically give you more information on. I've been in communication with Dr. Robarts, the head of the online program, trying to figure out the best way to set that up for you. In the past, I believe all you needed was a link to the website and then a unique identifier like a password. And so I would send that out to you personally. And then the week 8 of this course, you would then go to the library and take it, or it could be proctored where it can be proctored. And then for the couple students that are non-traditional, not on campus students, we'll be talking individually with you about the options to try to get that taken care of. And so stay tuned. I'll try to get that information out to you next week, right? So that you can have a few days in prep for it. But it shouldn't be, it should be there for you guys to take seriously, to do your best on. I will say it's a tough test. And so, but it gives us an indication of where you're at. And it's something that many students across the nation of campuses, if they're in a business program, a lot of them take. So anyway, let's get going here. Let's go over a little bit of the material we had for this week. And so as you can see, we've got our normal assignments and discussions and quiz and case and business plan over this week. And this week is more an idea of, we want to expand your knowledge across the different spheres of business. So this is going to be a little more probably focus on those multinational big corporations. What does it look like to have a company that's run across the globe, right? And that's not unusual for people to work in those types of businesses. And it's more and more common. It has been since COVID, but people work from home, will coordinate and collaborate with people all across the globe. My wife works for a company that basically exclusively works with Cisco Systems, the networking company. And so on a daily basis, she's talking with people from all across the globe. And that's important because you really do need to have, a lens to understand the different cultural activities, relations, how people in different spheres of the world treat time, treat work, and have a good grasp of that. And I think that's one positive about being in college, right? Is that you oftentimes get your first experience with people from all different areas of the world coming into the university. I know at my time at HLG, I recruited students from maybe probably a total of 15 different nations and during my time there. And that was one of the more rewarding aspects of it, is that you get to see different people come together and do and collaborate and work together and work hard for a common goal from all different aspects of the world. And sometimes I think also in this business strategy, really in our business degree as a whole at HLG, we almost equip people sometimes to be better suited to be a jack of all trades and maybe a master of none. So like they're probably well equipped to go out and start their own business. But sometimes they don't have this kind of larger level of multinational corporation dealing that they're going to deal with. And so I thought module 6 would be good for that. Like we're going to look at the case study of IKEA. So a large multinational company based out of Sweden. The discussion then, of course, is going to be about aspects of when to expand globally. And then our business plan, I'm going to deal a little bit in with the numbers. Okay, a little bit more actually. And so really the question of expansion oftentimes has to do with the question of how are your numbers? What is your break even and the net present value calculations on growth? And so while we're not necessarily looking at expanding your small operation that you've begun with in the first 5 weeks of your business plan multinationally, some of you will have that aspect because you're selling things online and whatnot. But what does it mean to look like to try to do this expansion of growth, right? And what kind of break evens do you have versus what type of growth expansion options do you have? So like I really am just looking, and this is kind of goes back to week 5 business plan when you guys created some numbers for me. Really just looking to see if you know what I'm talking about whenever I say net present value, right? And when I talk about break even equation. I would like for you to put some hypothetical numbers in there, something that's realistic, just to use it as an illustration. But, more important is the exercise. Do you know what we're talking about? Do you know how to apply this in the real world? Okay, so all that being said, that's what we have this week. So have a good Thanksgiving, y'all, and we'll touch base on the other side of Thanksgiving.